Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is MARYAM, and she is 18 years old. These are her friends Aisha and Sarah.
And to cut a long story short, they want to know if they can go to GPU 2013.
So let's explore it.
MARYAM thinks that going to GPU will increase her iman and bring her closer to Allah. But is that really the case?
Is GPU an Islamic event? I mean, the purpose of an Islamic event should be to teach the people about Islam, right?
But if we take a closer look at their website, there's nothing Islamic about it.
They don't even mention the words Islam, Tawheed, or even Sharia.
In fact, it's the total opposite.
Let's simplify it. I want you to imagine the GPU hall as a big bowl.
It might sound a bit strange, but just hear us out.
Firstly, let's add a mix of music, so-called nasheeds, to create an atmosphere.
Secondly, a pinch of sorcery to delude the masses, and a handful of comedy to lighten the mood by ridiculing the deen.
Thirdly, a sprinkle of fashion and beauty, catwalks and immodesty, completely distorting the garment of piety.
Lastly, let's not forget, we need a mixed audience comprised of both male and female, screaming, dancing and doing the usual. And of course, GPU's very own matchmaking service,
which apparently needs no mahram.
Mix them all together and it's a recipe for disaster.
Because clearly all these things are not from Islam.
In fact, it's obvious imitation of the disbelievers. As the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever imitates the people is one of them.
But Maryam's intention is to avoid these activities. She's just going to gain some beneficial knowledge from the Islamic lecturers. So it should be alright, shouldn't it?
Well, no actually. You can't be in the same environment where there's haram taking place.
Just like how you can't pray salah in a pub. It doesn't make sense.
Furthermore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when you hear the verses of Allah being denied and mocked at, then don't sit with them.
But Maryam is thinking, hold on, you're saying that this is all haram, but what about all those renowned Islamic scholars who have not only promoted it, but will also be delivering a speech? Surely they can't be wrong.
That's a good question. Well, let's take a look at these so-called scholars. They'll have the likes of Tahir al-Qadri, a Muslim who celebrates Christmas, who is literally worshipped by people who go as far as prostrating before him.
And then you have Iqbal Sakrani,
a complete sellout,
who even encouraged people to join the British Army. And if that isn't bad enough, there will be rabbis and priests to teach us about Islam.
Need I say more? The most important question is, what does GPU really mean?
Let's break it down. GPU. Global Peace and Unity.
Global means the whole entire world. Peace? Well, our world isn't exactly at peace right now. There's a lot of violence, disagreements and animosity. And finally, unity. This is where all of humanity is united regardless of faith.
This is GPU's answer to the current global crisis.
Is that really the answer? I mean, united as Muslims, as Jews, Christians, Hindus, Sikhs, as one? How can the religion of truth mix with the religion of falsehood? Can water mix with fire?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly tells us, O you who believe, do not take the Jews and the Christians as awliya. They are awliya of one another.
How can we think that we can achieve peace with the very people that destroyed the peace in the first place?
It is bizarre to even think we can sit and listen to the words of MPs and police, those who implement a law other than Allah's, and arrest and terrorize the Muslims.
They say they are the peacemakers, when in fact they are the mischief makers.
In addition to this year's slogan is freedom for all.
Freedom means to do what you want, say what you want, believe in what you want, be what you want. This is a total contradiction to Islam, which means complete submission to Allah.
And so, we believe in what Allah wants us to believe. We say what Allah wants us to say, and we do what Allah wants us to do.
Therefore, how can they promote freedom? The very freedom under which the symbols of Islam has been attacked, and our beloved Prophet ﷺ has been insulted.
And the Prophet ﷺ said, Whoever sees an evil must forbid it. It is a duty upon every Muslim to make awareness and forbid this evil.
So taking all of this into account, the only way to achieve peace and unity is under Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Hold on to the rope of Allah and be not divided."
This is true unity, being united under the law of Allah, which will inevitably lead to worldwide peace. Because when you have a system that is divine, just and perfect, you will finally achieve global peace and unity.
Oh.